So morning all, and we are out for a Super Sausage ride. Down to Super Sausage, just come out of Eclipse Motorcycles, and Steph pack leader as always. Guess what? Sat in front, Shelley has passed her mod too, and she is on a CB 500. Up the back, loads of people. We've got Alison, we've got Hayden, Darren, Phil's up there on the big VFR, which is what we're going to be obviously taking up to show off at Super Sausage this morning. If you're into a VFR 1200 on a 14 plate, that's up for 5.5 at the moment, and we shall get some roll throughs at the moment. Now on the back of the VFR is one of the GoPros. Obviously I've got the drift up on the crash helmet, and sitting just behind me off to my left is the Insta 360. So I've got that sat off, pointing off the left hand side of the bike, so hopefully we shall get some decent footage and just see how we're doing on that. Right, it's going to be a nice little run. The weather's not that bad this morning. And we've got a nice little pack of bikes with us. And just waiting for the rest of the pack to catch us up. Getting the nice formation going. As always, staggered formation, distancing. And it's all looking good. You probably picked that up on the Insta now that gonna let a few roll past me. Nice shot of that other Honda. As always, in and out with the video on different bits. And we've got the entire pack with us now, just to the rear. Now, as always, I am going to go tail in Charlie and then do a run through the pack, get some shots, see how we get on. And there we go. That is the VFR there. So Phil on the VFR, and just getting some decent shots of all that bike pack. And it's great to be out on group rides and obviously see everybody riding correctly on the staggered formation. Now obviously, because we are all on bigger CC bikes, apart from Alison that's on her little 125. But yeah, nice easy roll up to Super Sausage. Enjoy a cup of tea and a burger. And what I am going to do now, and this is going to be on the 360, so we'll roll over to the 360 now, and we are going to get a run by. So first off, checking out that VFR Honda. Just get a shot of that riding position on that, and then rolling through the pack. That's the Kawasaki Versys rolling through again. Alison on her ISCA 125, Hayden's on an XJ6 diversion. That's a lovely looking P-Reg Honda there in the dark green. Coming up onto Shelley. Shelley's on the CB 500 there. And then right at the front of the pack, we got Steph on his big beastie. So going to come back in, flip it across to the drift. Now I'm pack leader at the moment. Let the pack roll past me. So there goes Steph, another shot of that bike. Coming past me there is Shelley. There goes that green Honda. That's Hayden on his XJ6 diversion. Ali on the ISCA. That's the Kawasaki Versys. And then Phil's just behind me on his bike. And he's going to be coming up shortly. And here it comes, coming down the outside lane. And that thing has got a bit of poke to it. So folding into the back on tail end Charlie position again. But as you can see from all the riders, nice staggered formation, lovely bit of spacing going on, and obviously riding our own ride, everybody enjoying the ride down to Super Sausage, and obviously checking out that VFR from the rear. I just love the look of that can from the rear, absolutely beautiful. And for those of you that have been asking what's happened with the ZX7R? The ZX7R came down the garage yesterday and it had a quick wash, run it up, all good, shot a video, got quite a few people interested in that now, but obviously that ZX7 is now going. Red Bomb's bike is going, and very, very happy with my GTR. Absolutely love this bike to pieces now. More comfortable. And I actually used the heated seat the other day, just down there on the left. I've got a high, a low and an off button. That is for a heated seat. Heated grips. Electric screen. Which, don't know, I've cut out that wind noise. You can just tell the difference. All the boys down to Super Sausage. Just waiting for this car to fold into the pack. Let him in. He can go round the pack. And then me and Phil are going to play a bit of catch up. Just get a bit of power on. Now obviously once this thing hits 4,000 RPM, all hell breaks loose. Which is what obviously Simon GTR 1400 told me. He rides one exactly the same bikes. This is the concourse version, slightly newer than mine. But these things are normally good for at least a couple of 100,000 miles if you look after them, if not more. Obviously I've got just over 40,500, did 72 miles last weekend. And this thing was absolutely bulletproof, did what I wanted to do. I did, obviously on a wet day, get it right over on the chicken strips, which quite surprised me, but these Pirelli Angel GTs are lovely tyres on these bikes. And there's loads of functions on this. You've obviously got your range, your fuel, your battery charge, even got your tyre pressures on this, tells you what your tyre pressures are. I'm not one for trusting electronics. I prefer to obviously manually check my tyre pressures and just check each tyre, make sure I've got nothing in them. But obviously since last weekend when we went on the Rosper course, you may notice I am not sitting out in the middle of the road. I've now figured out how to do it. Yes, the wing mirror here is an inch wider than the pannier at the back. So, position 2 to 3. Sit myself in a bit. And I did learn quite a lot off that Rosper course. If you do want to do advanced motorcycle training, 25 quid a year, you can do as many sessions with the boys as you like. And you'll find them on Facebook. That is BBN Advanced Motorcyclists. Have a look for them. They've got a picture of a blood biker as their logo for the channel. Go on to Facebook, have a look for them. They are going to look at doing a website shortly, but for 25 quid a year, all the training you can get free of charge. And it's not till you actually do your Rosper course that you pay for it. But what a brilliant idea, just to get some extra road sense, road knowledge, learn to just ride a bit better. Now obviously I've been riding 40 years legally, and a lot more. I've been riding since 5 years old, obviously off-road as well. But as I found out last Sunday, I am not the best rider in the world, and I thought I was. So that put me in my place, and it was nice to have Nick obviously give me some constructive criticism to better my riding. Thank you very much to Nick Smootman, Matt, Dave, Simon, all the boys that came down and just gave us that little bit of extra instruction, which I really appreciated, and it has changed my riding style. And he did tell me things like not moving my head around too much. Peripheral vision is a great thing. And obviously just checking your junctions before you come back in, but unleashing this beast, as soon as you hit that 4,000 power band, God help you, this thing pulls like a absolute freight train. You might as well just strap yourself to a Scud missile, because it's a similar effect, and I've never ridden a better bike. Apart from that, obviously that VFR in front and the Lonsin Vogue. Well, what can I say about the Lonsin Vogue? That Lonsin Vogue that we had, the 500DS, marketed by Lexmoto, and the Lonsin name is very, very big in Asia. And I was absolutely blown away, and it was nice to have Lonsin actually come back to me and say, thanks very much, Mr. Revbomb, great video, and glad to see you approve of the bike. I did pick fault with it, I didn't like the front screen, but I had another email from them to say they are looking at doing aftermarket screens for it, which is going to be a good thing. So almost down to Super Sausage, guys. We are going to pick up some brekkie, have a cup of tea and that, chat bikes, and as always, that obligatory bacon and sausage roll from Mrs. B. I've got my top box key. Finally, I found the top box key for it, which means I haven't got to keep using my side panniers. So everything's packed into the top box now, which is great. So I've got loads more storage. I can now use my top box, and it's due to come in the next couple of weeks for loads of modifications. There's someone barreling down the outside there. That's one of the boys shooting a bit of video. So arriving at Super Sausage, here we go. Set the visor up, see who's coming in, see all the boys. it is busy this morning. Very, very busy. And we are going to occupy our normal corner, top by the garage. We'll get off, have a quick look around, and obviously give you a couple of shots of the bikes. And I'll get my GTR in where she normally goes. Space reserved for Eclipse motorcycles. Roll it in, Phil. Morning.
I'm supervising in case you get clumsy with that thing.
Looking good. I'm getting better at judging the distance now. So we're going to have a quick look around. Get a shot of the bikes, get a shot of the boys, and then we're off for that bacon and sausage roll. So, down the pack we go. Steph's bike, Shelley's bike, the other green Honda, Hayden's, Alison's, Darren's. That's that VFR Honda. So we've got quite a few good shots of that, and then obviously the GTR. And then pride of place, as it always goes, if you ever come up Super Sausage, this bike is always here in the corner, and that's the big GSF 1216, super modded. So, good place to come, Super Sausage Cafe, and as you can see from this morning, it is absolutely packed. So, RB signing out, and until a little bit later, happy trails.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So, we're back on the road. Phil headed off a little bit earlier, and I had to get the bacon and sausage roll in, so heading back home now. Bacon and sausage roll in the top box, loads of videos shot, and just down onto the drift now. Packed all the cameras away, all in the top box. So first part of the ride, if you saw it, that's called the 360. We're now back onto the drift. My good old drift sat on the side of the helmet, and the screen up obviously, cut down on the wind noise. Nod nod. It turned out the two bandits that went past us, they did know us. It was Terry from Churchill Motorcycles just round the corner. Bless him. So, heading home, the weather's not looking that nice. He said it was going to be a lovely sunny day today, and it's all overcast now. I was going to mow the lawn this afternoon and do a bit of DIY. Looks like that's all gone out the window, and it's going to be a chill day on the sofa with a little bit of Amazon and some Netflix, and just watch a few movies, I think. It's good to see all the bikers out today. There's loads of it at Super Sausage today. Everyone took one look at the sky and everyone's headed for home. It's like, oh, rain, let's get out of here. Met a couple of new guys come up from Kings Langley, first time that they've ever been to Super Sausage. Loved the place, as you would. And introduced them to the Decorum motorcycle riders, DMR group. And they ride out of Hemel, so obviously check out their Facebook page, DMR. So Decorum Motorcycle Riders, got a really good Facebook page. Go and meet all the guys, Shelley, Steph and everybody. We are going to head down the A5, head to home. doesn't this thing track like an absolute freight train? Stick it into a place where you want it and it just goes. But then obviously as soon as that 4,000 RPM, about now, it's just like Captain Picard. Engage. I finally figured out what the 6th gear is. It's OD, overdrive. But this thing just pulls all the time, just like a freight train all the time. Nod, nod. So what is on this week? Bank holiday Monday. It's a day off for us at Eclipse. Tuesday we're back at the garage. Loads and loads of test rides. I've got an LXR to do, I've got an LXS to do. We've got the Vogue going out this week. Try and get a final ride on the Lonsin Vogue 500 DS. And get out and have a ride on that. A couple more new bikes coming through. Final ride on the Sinis Scrambler. We have sold that now. That didn't hang around for long. It was there for a couple of days, as you would expect from a used motorcycle from us. And obviously a quick thing, I went on the, because obviously I do hang around on the Lexmoto owners page on Facebook, commenting about bikes, obviously the good sides and the downsides, and someone actually commented, well, yeah, but you are a Lexmoto dealer. Yes, we do sell Lexmotos, but as I say, I am very unbiased in my views of the Lexmoto bikes, and I do point out all the issues, which is what you should do. Very, very unbiased view. And I think there's a couple of our guys in front of us. We'll find out. As I thought, there's a couple of our guys. Give them the wave. But heading to home, this thing pulls like an absolute freight train, as I say. And it's great to be back out on a big bike. So much more comfortable than the ZX7R. And the miles per gallon out of this, I am absolutely loving how much range I can get out of this bike. Just reaching forward, you can obviously battery at 14.5. There we go, my average consumption 45.4 to the gallon at the moment. On a long steady run she does a lot more. Water temperature is good, fuel temperature is good. So absolutely perfect. You can even bring your tyre pressures up on that. But should you need it, there is that burst of power that you can just apply. So bike meets this week, if you happen to live in the Milton Keynes area. Let's tell you about some of the bike meets we've got before we head to home. So bike meets this week, Tuesday, Newport Pagnell, the pub in Newport. It's all over Facebook. Biker Friends MK or Bikers MK. Tuesday is the bike meet up there. Wednesday nights, it's the Swan at Norfolk from 6:30 up until God knows when, turning out time normally. And you will normally find Simon GTR 1400 hanging out at that pub on a Wednesday, the annual parts wrap. So that is the biker meet on a Wednesday, Swan in Norfolk. Thursday, the big one, which is Oakley Motorcycle Club. That's just up by Bedford. And obviously if you fancy having a night out, and normally about 200 to 400 bikes there every Thursday night. So that's the Oakley bike meet. Friday is normally my live stream catch up. I haven't done one for a while, so I might do a live stream this coming Friday. But check that one out. Saturday obviously we're at the garage, but lots of bike meets and ride outs on a Saturday. I tend to steer away because that is normally my night with the missus, or my upload and editing time from the week before. And of course Sunday, the obligatory Super Sausage Run, which we normally do every week, unless I'm doing other things. Now next week I am with the BBN, Beds Bucks Northants Advanced Motorcyclist Group, and we're going to be out with them. Now they ride from Starbucks in the Milton Keynes City Centre, what used to be the old hockey stadium. So if you know where Starbucks is, at the place in Milton Keynes, we should be riding out from there. And oh, lo and behold, it's the obligatory PC Plod and his speed van, and I'm sitting at 70, mate. Lo and behold, someone will get caught this morning. And it's getting decidedly windy and overcast now. So a couple of things to look out for. So that's that BBN, Beds Bucks Northampton Advanced Motorcyclists, the Coram Motorcycle Riders. You're into a new or used 125, Eclipse Motorcycles MK.co.uk. Too many links to put up, so just the audio. You'll have to just go off the audio on this. Eclipse Motorcycles MK.co.uk. Telephone number 01908 643 603 if you're into a new Lexmoto, or you're into a used bike from 125 up to about 1400 cc's and bigger sometimes. Check all those pages out. Big thanks to everybody that came out today. So Steph, Shelley, Hayden, Alison, Darren, all the others, far too many to mention. We had a great time, and obviously out with the boss Phil from Eclipse Motorcycles. Had an absolute blast today. Thank you very much, guys. It was a great time had by all. I shall run this bacon and sausage roll home, give that a Mrs. Bomb, back down to the garage with the bike, and then it's time to chill out for the afternoon. So whatever you're doing this weekend, have a good one. Enjoy the bank holiday Monday, a day off from work. If you are out riding over the bank holiday, have fun, enjoy yourselves. But as I always say, be well, be safe, and ride safe. And from RB, for the obligatory blast up the hill, doesn't she sound sweet? As always, guys, have fun. And it's a big bank holiday rev bomb goodbye from me.